All right, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Matthew. I cover awards season and other stuff. I'll get to the other stuff after the Oscars. But today we're going to talk about the SAG Awards, the movie side specifically. I'm joined by Club Ortiz and Oscar Juggernaut, which you two should know very well. And we have a new special guest. Jack, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, my name is Jack Mahanes. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I've been an Oscar enthusiast since 2014, and I've written articles for Gold Derby. Very recently, I appeared on a segment on Gold Derby with Rob LaCuria and 5 other freelance writers. You can check that out on the Gold Derby page, and you can look at my Gold Derby articles that I've written so far for them, just under my name, Jack Mahanes. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the fray. And we're gonna hop in. We're gonna start with the category that no one gives a crap about: stunts. Let's be honest here, no one cares. They present this during the red carpet.
I care. I care a little bit about this category.
I'm saying
I like this category.
I think every
in general, but yeah,
I think every part of a movie is important, especially as being nominated. We should award that.
I like it, but again, I'm saying though some people just don't take it too seriously.
I just sometimes forget.
No, yeah, understand.
Well, I think our answers will be similar, but let's just get on with them.
All right. The nominees are Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Top Gun: Maverick, and The Woman King. Top Gun: Maverick.
I also have Top Gun Maverick.
I have that as well.
Top Gun Maverick.
I think this is the easiest category.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we all have Top Gun? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I'm a little surprised because there's some people predicting Black Panther, some people predicting The Woman King, and people saying that Top Gun isn't like, hand-to-hand combat like those two are, but, the practicality of flying those planes in the air, that's a big accomplishment, and people perceive that as very cool.
So.
Hi, Marley.
Right.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to pull up. There was someone who said that there was a certain quote in the movie that should make it obvious that it's going to win Star Ensemble, but I forget what that was. It was someone from Next Best Picture, but I'm drawing a blank on it at the moment.
All right, we're going to do supporting actor first, then supporting actress. The supporting actress is the bigger conversation.
Yeah.
Supporting actor, the nominees are Paul Dano for The Fabelmans, Brendan Gleeson and Barry Keoghan. I still don't know how to say his name right. I heard Keoghan and Keoghan.
Keoghan, you got it right.
Okay. He who
I've heard Keoghan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quan for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Eddie Redmayne for The Good Nurse. I forgot he was nominated.
It's a good nomination. I like that nom. Well, I think this should be quite easy unless someone wants to pull a surprise. I think we all agree we have Keith
Redmayne.
What?
Clearly, Judd Hirsch is going to win as a write-in. I mean, of course.
Yeah. Is that even possible?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's gonna be Quan.
Yeah. Especially the vote made it's now even more impossible to do a write-in. All right, let's talk about
Barry's not repeating.
Yeah.
No,
I do want to talk about Barry real quick. I think.
Yeah, I do actually.
His win is just a BAFTA win. We've seen this before. Dev Patel, for example, the latest one where he won a BAFTA nowhere else. I think this is what just happened. It is shocking. Ke Huy Quan lost though. I'll say that much.
Jeffrey Rush in The King's Speech is another example.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he also win for Shakespeare in Love?
At BAFTAs?
I think so, yeah.
Might have, but that was before BAFTA was a precursor.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, because BAFTAs do like him, so.
Yeah,
and also they do like Barry too. I mean, he was nominated a couple of times, I think, for Calm with Horses too.
Yeah, he was.
So he did have history.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, supporting actress is next. This was the harder one. Angela Bassett, Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Carrie Condon for Banshees, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. First off, we all agree Hong Chow's not winning. It's great she's nominated, but she's not winning. I think we're all in agreement on that. Yeah. I shakenly had Bassett. Shakenly.
She's gonna win. I think. Is she? I'll be honest. I wouldn't
Yeah,
vote for her. I would even have her nominated though. But you know, she has a narrative behind her. It's just it's about time she wins, etc., etc., etc. You heard this all before, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I have Angela Bassett.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say I have Angela Bassett too, and I'm like, maybe like 75% confident in her. I was not as confident in her as I was a few weeks ago, and here's why. Because I have a really good friend. His name's Tarek Khan. He's the Oscar expert for Fox News, and he lives in New York City. So he, meets and polls a lot of SAG voters. He is hearing a lot of votes for Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. I'm telling you, Jamie Lee Curtis could upset. And I tried to warn you about that Club Ortiz a week ago, and I did.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to pretend.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought you're making shit up.
I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm totally thinking about the possibility of Jamie Lee taking that. I have Bassett, but I am more trepidatious now about Bassett than I was previously. Here, there is a world where Kerry Condon weirdly wins here. I know it's not likely to happen, which is why I'm not predicting it. But I could totally see like somehow this competition, this race just does a complete 180 here. At the same time, Jamie Lee Curtis, I have been hearing the same things too, where there's been a growing thing happening with her, and I'm just like, oh, what are we gonna do if she wins?
I would prefer if Jamie won.
Stephanie, she was not winning. Stephanie, she was not winning as much as I want her to win.
Yeah, and also Kerry Condon is most likely going to win the Oscar. Just gonna actually have her winning the Oscar right now.
It's not impossible. No, she could do it, but
it's just like it's funny.
If Jamie Lee does win SAG, then I'm going to predict Kerry Condon to win the Oscar.
That's what I've been saying. Like, I think Bassett for her to for sure win the Oscar, and this is now or never. I think if anyone else wins it over her,
I still wouldn't be sure. I still wouldn't be sure if even if Bassett won here, but I understand
exactly.
But I'm saying though for sure, like if someone else other than Bassett wins, it's over.
But even if Bassett won, we've seen the scenario before where the person who's not in a Best Picture nominee that wins Golden Globe, SAG, Critics' Choice, and loses BAFTA, then loses the Oscar.
It's not impossible, but I'm saying that if someone else loses SAG, that to me is a huge sign.
Oh no, I get that, but I'm just saying that's why I've Kerry Condon winning. If Black Panther was in Best Picture, I would say Bassett's winning the Oscar, but we've seen this before. It's gonna be Kerry Condon, even if Bassett.
I don't know what to do with this category. I still don't.
It's one of the more exciting ones.
The race just got more interesting.
Yeah, because when we started this award season, I thought for sure supporting actor was going to be the weird one. Like in terms of wins, like I thought that was going to be the weird one, but now supporting actresses, and the reason why is because Killers of the Flower Moon had to come out this year instead of last year.
And then they had to put Michelle Williams in lead for fucking why? Why would you do that?
That still pisses me off to this day.
She insisted on going in lead because
that's a mistake. I'm sorry, it's a big mistake.
She's insisted on going lead. To be honest, in my personal, my personal take, I would kind of agree with her because it feels like a Amy Adams and Hillbilly Elegy kind of maneuver. But in terms of like winning an easy Oscar, that was a wrong move.
Yeah, because we all agree that she would be cleaning up the supporting actress race this year if she is supporting, right?
Yeah. And if Killers, if the Killers of the Flower Moon came out this year and Michelle Williams won lead, Lily Gladstone would be sweeping everything.
Okay. We are not even sure if the movie's okay. Hold on, we're not even sure if the movie's good. For all we know, she could have sucked in the movie. Let's not pretend here.
That's true. That's fair.
The last time we talked that this movie is going to come out, it's going to be great, was The Fucking Sun, and look what happened.
I didn't even watch it, but the clips I saw, I was like, that looks
so it's as bad as it looks.
Let's not assume that the Killers of the Flower Moon is
already. You're right.
Real quick, just because we're we're gonna be regretting this if it turns out this movie's bad.
You're right. I definitely want to invite you guys back now for a Golden Globes 2024 predictions. Now I need the same group back for it.
Definitely, I'd be honored.
Yeah, but I'll deal with
Oh,
that
yeah.
after the Oscars. I actually maybe I'll
No,
do
yes,
it
after.
I'll figure out. I still want to do I got to figure out a stream next weekend.
I
Fill
need
the
to
gap
take
between
a
that and the
I
Oscars.
need a hiatus after the Oscars because
I do too. I'm definitely taking a hiatus.
I just want to. I
They should
just
really
want to.
they should really have the Oscars in
In
like
February.
end of February,
They should.
not March.
I'm just so tired. I just want to watch good. I just want
Like
to
the
watch
SAG Awards that are coming, that should have been the Oscars.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right.
Let's move on to Best Actor. The top
All
award
right.
this season: Austin Butler, Elvis, Colin Farrell for Banshees, Brendan Fraser, The Whale, Bill Nighy for Living, and Adam Sandler for Hustle.
Adam Sandler. Woo! All
Really,
right.
Adam Sandler's winning this.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Sandler's been
Yeah.
sweeping the awards. I can't do it.
Good for him to getting nominated,
Yeah.
though. He has no chance of winning, but good for him. He deserves a little.
What if he won? No, okay. I'm going to throw this up. What if he fucking won? What would happen if he
That would show that no one can decide on Best Actor. That's what that would tell me.
I want him to
No
win.
one can decide between the four, and they just like, oh, Adam Sandler, why not?
I keep forgetting Paul
That'll
Mescal
be
is
good chaos.
Yeah, but Austin Butler is definitely winning, though. I felt this before the BAFTA. I still feel it now.
It's funny how this race turned out.
You and Trevor Madison, you've been saying that. Okay, let me just clarify here. I'm not comparing Austin Butler's performance to Rami Malek and Eddie Redmayne. I'm only
award-wise.
comparing
You're just
the awards
comparing
trajectory.
award-wise.
Yeah, I'm only comparing the awards trajectory. Golden Globe win, SAG, BAFTA loses Critics' Choice.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And movie's in Best Picture, and it's a biopic.
And with Eddie Redmayne, he was the young up-and-comer campaigning
against Michael Keaton, who is the veteran.
In a comeback.
A
major comeback narrative. And so and Michael Keaton's film had way more goodwill behind it than The Whale. And so, the Fraser thing, obviously, Fraser can get, some votes at SAG. But then again, one of the things that Matthew's been telling me is that you have to factor in AFTRA. And people are sometimes forgetting about that.
Yeah, forgetting about how the AFTRA
and they freaking love Elvis. They freaking love Elvis. So
it's interesting that they loved it so much. Yet it missed Ensemble, but then again,
but yet they did the right thing by not nominating Ensemble.
Yeah, thank God.
That was the correct answer.
I love Elvis, but it would have been a bad.
I still don't get how Bohemian Rhapsody is an ensemble, but
it is.
It got nominated Best Ensemble.
Yeah,
why?
Because the band.
It's the band. It's the band and their families.
Yeah.
It's not just Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. But that year was weird for ensemble. It was A Star Is Born, Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, I like that. Well, actually,
I probably would have got 4 out of 5.
So yeah,
lineup actually.
I got 5 out of 5 that year, and I predicted the correct winner ensemble.
So yeah, so you all are confident in Butler for SAG. I mean, I know like the sites are saying like, oh, it could be close. Is it really going to be that close?
No,
I think so. Yeah, I honestly,
actors
also love Frasier, so
we don't know about numbers. The problems we'll never know if it was close or not.
What if it's
at the end of the day, when
I don't feel that. Even if Fraser wins, I still might predict Butler to win the Oscar.
Yeah, I think
Butler won BAFTA in his movies in Best Picture. If Brendan wins, he will be breaking a 10-year stat.
So and I just don't see that happening with that type of performance.
I can.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Nighy, good for him. No chance of winning, but good for him.
Yeah, and he
finally got his Oscar nomination.
Yeah, he's been a great actor for so long, and that it was really nice just to see him get this first nomination after very long. But that's his prize, and even he knows that that's his prize.
Yeah.
I think again we talked about reactions before you joined Juggernaut at the BAFTA, and Bill Nighy was surprised that Butler won, not the fact that he lost. Like he was more surprised who beat him in the end.
I disagree because he had a blank face the
Wow.
entire time. So I don't know where you got that he was surprised.
Brendan Fraser more had like the oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
thank God I don't
Oh,
have to
yeah,
go on that stage.
He was cheering for his friend, and I was just like, "Look
Yeah.
at Fraser, so great."
Those,
Yeah,
those
no,
two
I'm
have been
glad.
buddies all award season. I like that.
Yeah, no, Austin.
And I
Austin
loved it. I loved
got
it.
a lot of goodwill. Like even Colin Farrell like had his arm around him at the Oscar luncheon, and so yeah, no, he's
The
probably-
opposition.
Yeah.
You're on the opposite team.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do actors.
Colin Farrell lost to the opposition.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Now, actresses are more interesting.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett and Tar, Viola Davis to the Women King. Ana de Armas and Blonde. Yes, every time I say Ana de Armas and Blonde, I sigh. I can't help it. Daniel Deadweiler for Till and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. All right. First off, fuck you, Ana de Armas. You're not winning for Blonde. I'm sorry. You were good in that movie, but you're not.
You don't need to say fuck you. I mean, it's like
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm sorry. Every time I see that, it just makes me angry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't.
I'm gonna let you all go first, and then I'm gonna chime in at the end for this one.
I have
Okay.
Blanchett. I have Blanchett.
Yeah, you know what? First off, I just want to say that in terms of Ana de Armas, I'm just like, look, I don't care about the movie. I just thought the performance was only okay, so that's why I don't think she deserves to be there. But yeah, it's understandable why people don't want that nomination. So yeah, it's fine. I have Blanchett.
Yeah.
And I was deciding between her and Yeoh, but I know there doesn't have to be a sweeper every year. And I'm not predicting it because there has to be a sweeper every year. I'm just predicting it based off of
the history.
And I also understand that SAG will maybe favor people of color more, and maybe Michelle Yeoh's performance is very SAG friendly, but you can also kind of say the same thing about Kate Blanchett. Maybe, I don't know if it's to the same extent. Maybe not everybody will agree on that, but I feel like this will be a good path for her to win the Oscar.
I agree. Yeoh could still win. It's not impossible, but I think just wave the Blanchett flag.
Well, that actually brings me to here because I have Yeoh winning.
There we go.
I do too.
Yeah. See, there we go.
But I have.
I'll watch them tie.
I have Blanchett now winning the Oscar, but I think Yeoh will win here.
I have Blanchett win the Oscar too,
because this is a way more SAG-friendly performance than and Tar.
I agree. But I notice in categories that are close, sometimes they just name check and.
But
sure, like Viola Davis.
I'm just saying. Again, I would be more happier if Yeoh wins. I did not like Tar. I like Blanchett's performance, but I really didn't like Tar.
My parents didn't either.
Wait, what? You loved Tar?
I didn't actually. I said that.
My parents loathed it.
Yeah.
Like my dad was like stomping his foot, like wanting to leave so badly, but he couldn't. I liked it, but
wait. Hold on. Why did you lie about liking Tar?
No, you know what happened? I liked Tar in the beginning. I'm trying to explain. I liked it in the beginning, then I rewatched it when it appeared on Peacock, and now I hate it.
Why?
It's not good. I'm sorry. It's not those. I wish I did not watch it again. It's a movie you only watch once, and that's it.
Okay.
And I think that's more than a fair thing to say. I liked it the first time I saw it. And seeing it again, it just did not age well for me.
How explain then? I'm actually very confused.
When I saw the movie, I thought it was great. I thought it was like well paced. I saw it in a theater. I thought it was great. And then I saw it at home on Peacock when it appeared, and I just didn't enjoy it the second time. It's like,
what changed?
I think the ending. I think I was okay with the ending in the theater, but now watching it at home, I'm like, really? That's it?
So
that's how you ended the movie?
So because of the ending, it ruined the entire movie.
It really did. I'm sorry, it did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that happens. Like,
I thought the ending was like all right though. It wasn't bad. By the way, Lulu hasn't seen this, so in case she's watching,
it's not spoiling anything, but
yeah, I know, but just in case.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also Tarek, who I mentioned earlier, who's warning about the possible Jamie Lee Curtis spoiler, has said that he's heard way more votes for Michelle Yeoh than he has for Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
And obviously, his SAG polling isn't right every time, but it was why he, insisted that Rami Malek was winning SAG, why Viola Davis was going to win SAG for Ma Rainey's, and those are just a couple of and Allison Janney, that was another one. He was always insistent that she was going to win SAG, like very early on.
Wasn't she sweeping? Oh, early on. Okay, I was going to say
like early on. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about when people were thinking
still had Laurie Metcalf.
Yeah, and he was like, no, Allison Janney, there's no way she's losing SAG. That was the one thing he insisted. Well,
Allison Janney won SAG like I think 4 times for the West Wing, something like that.
And she also won. She also won as part of the ensemble of American Beauty and The Help. Yeah.
So she already had like 6 SAGs under her belt before.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I would be more happier Michelle Yeoh wins. Could Everything Everywhere All at Once win 4 out of the 5 main categories?
Yes.
It's not impossible.
It is possible.
I'm not predicting it, but it wouldn't be a crazy out there scenario. Like Curtis,
Michelle Yeoh would be my
Yeoh, and then let's move on to ensemble since we're talking about ensemble. I'm pretty sure we all have the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon, Banshees,
everything everywhere.
I didn't even get a chance to read the last 2. Fablemans and Women Talking.
Everything Everywhere is winning. It has and here's why. The ensemble, especially the cast, are very close. They're each campaigning each other. It's easy. It's just easy to vote for them.
Yeah.
I guess the runner-up will be Banshees. I'm just going to say that.
It's possible Banshees could go 0 for 5, which would make it the biggest SAG loser ever.
It's possible they could just go win ensemble and nothing else. That's possible.
It's possible too, yeah. But I'm saying, though, if it goes 0 for 5, it would make it the biggest loser in SAG history.
Yeah, it's just that, and Banshees was one of my absolute favorites of the year, but it's just those performances in general are just not the kind of performances that SAG usually goes for.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
can you imagine if Women Talking wins? Can you imagine if Women Talking wins?
If Women Talking wins, I'm for sure predicting an adapted screenplay, for sure. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that it would win it.
Even if it loses WGA?
That's a good point.
Oh, if it wins SAG but loses WGA, that would be.
Then I would just quit. I would just be like, bye.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Okay, we finished this.
But of course, if Women Talking wins both.
Yeah. You guys want to talk about TV? I mean, we clearly have time, and we didn't even kill a half hour.
Sure, I think I'll have time. I have to go soon, but I think I'll have time.
Yeah, the TV. If we went through 6 and 23, we can easily do 8 in that much time. Yeah. All right, let's start with miniseries. Actor in the miniseries: Steve Carell, The Patient; Taron Egerton for Blackbird; Sam Elliott for 1883; Paul Walter Hauser for Blackbird; and Evan Peters for Dahmer.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters.
It's a 2-horse race.
Yeah, Paul Walter Hauser.
I would say Evan Peters too, but Walter Hauser would be the runner-up.
And I also have Peters, but Walter Hauser wouldn't remotely surprise me, and I wouldn't pretend I would be surprised by that.
Maybe. I think he's the one in second, but I just think that Evan Peters is just kind of undeniable at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Limited actress: Emily Blunt, The English; Jessica Chastain, George and Tammy; Julie Gardner for Inventing Anna, Caroline's favorite. I'll explain that in a second. Niecy Nash for Dahmer and Amanda Seyfried for The Dropout. First off, I need to explain real quick. Caroline is one of our friends and freaking contributor to the live streams. She predicted the Emmy nominations that Inventing Anna got at the Emmys.
She didn't predict it for series, though, right?
No, she did. She told me she did.
She did?
Yeah. She's like, never underestimate Sean the Rhyme show. But yeah, I think this is easily Amanda Seyfried. Niecy Nash is the only one who could remotely upset her.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think that given that Amanda Seyfried just won everything since the Emmy, I just think that she's just going to complete her sweep the same way Michelle Williams did for Frosty Burden, the same way Kate Winslet for Man.
I have to go. Sorry about that.
No problem. No worries. If you don't
fine.
mind, we're just going to continue.
All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
All right.
All right.
It was good talking to you guys. Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's hop into the comedy because comedy is going to be interesting, especially comedy actress. Let's do comedy actor first. Anthony Carrigan and Bill Hader for Barry, Steve Martin and Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, and Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
It helps the fact that 4 of these people are from 2 of the same shows. Like they usually cancel out.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, look what happened last year in Drama Actor.
Yeah, it's obvious.
The split Succession boys.
Yeah.
Female actor in comedy series. This is where it's more interesting. Christina Applegate, Dead to Me. Rachel Brosnahan for Mrs. Maisel. Quentin Brunson for Abbott Elementary. Jenna Ortega for Wednesday. And Jean Smart for Hacks. First off, I'm 100% sure Christina Applegate will present Best Cast in a Motion Picture at the SAG Awards Sunday. Kind of similar to like Selma Blair, like when they had her present at the Emmys, the Best Drama Series. I'm predicting that to repeat again. That being said, I don't know who's winning.
Yeah, no, this is a tough one. But
I thought
you go. Because clearly you're the only one who has an answer.
I still have Jean Smart, but I'm actually shuffling between. I actually don't think Quentin Brunson has this. I think Jenna Ortega weirdly might take it.
Honestly, I've been considering her too.
Yeah, I think Quinta can win, Christina can win, Jenna can win, Rachel probably cannot win.
Rachel's the only one who I think will win.
But I have Jean Smart as sort of like my no guts, no glory, because the one thing that I know about SAG, they love repeats.
Yeah, they do.
They really love repeat winners in this, and especially we saw with Claire Foy when like we weren't expecting her to win again, and she won again. Jason Bateman wasn't favored to win for season 3 of Ozark. That was Josh O'Connor that was favored, but he won again, and it was really shouldn't have been a surprise to anyone. So I think Jean Smart just might do it.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with Jean Smart, but Jenna Ortega and Quentin Brunson wouldn't surprise me. I think ensemble and comedy series, however, Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Hacks, and Only Murders. I think this is definitely going to Abbott Elementary.
Done deal.
Abbott.
I would be shocked if any other show wins this category. Like, I'd be legit shocked.
Yeah, no,
I might have The Bear at number 2.
Yeah, I think Bear is definitely number 2. I would agree with that. All right, let's move on to drama because I think drama's more, I don't want to say empty, but more competitive. Like,
yes.
Like, there's no clear winners in any of the 3. Best actor drama, Jonathan Banks for Better Call Saul, Jason Bateman for Ozark, Jeff Bridges for The Old Man, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, and Adam Scott for Severance. I'm
having a rough time in this guy. Oh, sorry.
Same. I currently have Bob Odenkirk.
Me too.
I think this is the last season. Hurrah!
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Severance seems to be one of those shows that like it's getting like a lot of major nominations, but it has yet to win anything major, and so I don't.
It could change, but I don't know.
Jason Bateman, it's very rare to win 3 times in a row for the same show.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't roll him out, but I don't think he's going to win. But yeah, I think Odenkirk at this point.
Yeah, Odenkirk. I would agree.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But it's not impossible. Poor Jeff Bridges. He has no shot. But...
Yeah, no.
Let's do Best Actress. Best Actress in Drama. Jennifer Coolidge for The White Lotus. Elizabeth Debicki for The Crown, Julia Gardner and Lauren Linney for Ozark, and Zendaya for Euphoria. I have Zendaya. I think she's going to complete her winter sweep, and then there you go.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Zendaya, I might have said Jennifer Coolidge, but Zendaya.
I think Jennifer Coolidge is an easy top 2.
I have Jennifer Coolidge, to be honest, given that, like Zendaya, she's been winning everything, but it's really a toss-up. I really do think Zendaya can absolutely do it, but I'm just leaning towards Jennifer Coolidge. But it's between those two. The Ozark women's
it's not impossible.
Yeah.
Debicki, I think if this season of The Crown, was better received, I think she would have more of a chance.
Yeah.
But I think, the fact that, kind of underwhelmed a lot of people, I think that's going to hurt her here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But Coolidge, again, wouldn't surprise me. Let's talk about best ensemble and drama. Better Call Saul, The Crown, Ozark, Severance, and The White Lotus. The White Lotus,
definitely.
The White Lotus. Absolutely.
White Lotus. I don't think any show could upset it, really.
No.
All right, we're done.
It would be a major show.
Oh, we'll do best stunts real quick. I forgot about that. Andor, The Boys, House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings, and Stranger Things.
House of the Dragon.
I'm going to say House of the Dragon just because of the popularity of that show. But if I'm going to predict the upset, it's either Rings of Power or I think this might be a more plausible upset, Andor.
Yeah, I think Andor could easily
because
win.
I feel like that could be like a shock factor kind of thing that they do sometimes.
Yeah. All right, and we're done.
Nice.
All right. If there's anything else you guys want to mention,
I know you want to bring up some of the things I brought up in the Gold Derby segment. I definitely would love to hear your thoughts. Oscar Juggernaut.
Yeah. I think
we'll be right back.
One of the things that y'all were talking about was some surprises in certain categories, like cinematography for maybe Tar, or score maybe being a surprise, or costumes or something like that. Yeah, can you talk about that a little bit? I want to hear more of your thoughts in terms of the surprises that could happen.
I haven't really thought about too many surprises at the moment. The only one I've been wondering about a surprise is adapted screenplay, and supporting actress, of course. Because I do think Carrie Condon can absolutely pull it off at the Oscars, regardless of what happens on Sunday. Adapted screenplay, if Women Talking had gotten more than just their minimum, then I would be more like sure that it's winning. But then, I think All Quiet could definitely win. I even think there's a path for Top Gun Maverick in adapted screenplay.
Me too.
Yeah, I think I agree. I agree with that too. I'm not predicting Top Gun Maverick, no, but
it's not
there is definitely a path, and I don't think. Yeah, and I don't think we should be that quick to dismiss it. It's possible that Top Gun Maverick could go down the Big Short route, winning PGA, WGA 8, and then winning adapted screenplay. And so that's something to consider. I was thinking about, I for a long time was thinking, Tar could weirdly upset for cinematography, but then All Quiet started sweeping awards recently, and I was just like, nah, it's All Quiet. And then Best Original Score, I wanted to predict All Quiet for the BAFTA, but I backed out because people were saying Babylon. I'm just like, maybe it is, but here we are. It's not a sweeper, like people were saying. It lost Critics' Choice to Tar, and the fact that it's neither a sweeper nor a Best Picture nominee, it's possible it could still maybe eke it out, but I don't feel that confident in it anymore. I'm anticipating an upset, whether it's like All Quiet or maybe even Everything Everywhere All at Once, because they love the movie so much.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. Yeah, and then I've been wondering about original song if there's a possibility for a surprise there, but I don't think that there's a strong number two. I mean, maybe Lift Me Up, but I mean, Hold My Hand. I mean, it's obviously in the Best Picture nominee, but I don't know if they want to give it to Gaga again so soon. So yeah, but
Yeah.
Is Not To just
Yeah, I think Not To sweeping, but I can easily see Lift Me Up. I don't think it's impossible at all.
Well,
And
I feel like Hold My Hand. I feel like
that
Hold My Hand
could
might be the upset because of the Best Picture nom and because that the Judas and the Black Messiah song, the fact that didn't win anything and that was in Best Picture and it had a famous star in it, it actually made me think that Be Alive last year was the runner-up to No Time to Die instead of Dos Orejitas. But I think it's Not To for the sweep.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, and by the way, Oscar Juggernaut, forgive me for asking this because it's my first time meeting you. What's your real name?
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer. Well, awesome
like
to meet
Scrooge. You. Yeah.
So, I saw on your Twitter profile you're a drummer.
Oh yeah. I've been drumming for my church for the past almost 2 decades now. Since I was young, and so yeah, I've had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I'm a musician, mostly singer and guitar. Play drums. My brother is more the drummer of the family. But yeah, no, I thought that was awesome to see that.
You said who was the drummer of your family?
My little brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
and you say you're a singer.
Yes, and I can play drums, but like my brother is definitely like the more professional drummer, whereas my focus is in singing, and then I play guitar to accompany myself.
Awesome, that's good. You sound like you have a singing voice right there. You remind me of what's his name, Max Joseph. Yeah, and I could kind of tell he was a singer just by his voice. And I saw some of his videos, and I was just like, "Wow, yeah,
interesting.
This dude can sing." So yeah, that's really nice.
Yep. So you alluded to this by the way earlier in the segment, but you, like Matthew, you have SAG insight too, because I remember you. I brought up that AFTRA would really help Austin Butler in the SAG race, and you're like, "Oh, they love him and Elvis."
Yeah, I've been hearing that from multiple people who have insiders from SAG have been saying that, and also the people who love Top Gun, because there's a lot of people who also love Top Gun as well. That only fuels my confidence in the stunt category.
Right. So yeah. So you're confident in Butler for SAG as well, because on paper for me, because on paper for me, it really kind of seems like confidence. Just like other articles saying like, oh, it could be close and all that, just kind of makes me try to be cautiously optimistic because I actually do really want Butler to win.
I too want Butler to win. Yeah, sometimes what can be heard from SAG might not always be accurate, but I take some of those things seriously.
Yeah, but definitely, yeah. Targ told me that from his polling of 300 people that he says that Butler has the slight lead, but that Fraser definitely is in with a chance, but again, it's just on paper, he has the mainstream hit, transformation to a real life person, it really kind of seems like, whenever the race is tight, that, sort of the biopic role wins.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, as Matthew was saying, that this race at SAG for Best Actor is probably not as tight as people are making it out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, even if he wins, I still will predict Austin Butler to win the Oscar because the voter overlap at BAFTA is just too big to ignore.
Exactly.
All right, I do have to head out now because I have to join his space. It's my friend's birthday, so I promised I would join his space.
But that's all. It was so awesome doing this with all you. Had a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for joining.
I'm actually going to take place in Gold Derby's post-SAG Slugfest.
Oh, that'll be so much fun. We'll definitely keep an eye out for it.
Absolutely. Well,
yeah.
We'll meeting you both. Let's stay in touch.
All right.
We definitely will. All right, bye.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye-bye. Shalom.